Universal Energies, it's your girl Taurus Takeover here to do a reading for my Scorpios born in October. Welcome to my channel. Make sure you subscribe so that way whenever I post a new video you will be notified. Let's begin. Universal Energies, show me what I need to see for my Scorpios born in October. In love, career, finance, abundance, emotions, spirituality. Show me what I need to see for my Scorpios born in October. Show me. Your first card that comes up is the Four of Wands. There may be a fire sign in your environment, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or you may be taking on the energy of a fire sign. The Four of Wands is actually reversed. So basically you're going to, whatever this means, it's going to be the opposite since it came reversed. I've been doing some readings tonight for a bunch of signs, and a lot of the cards are coming reverse. I was surprised at first, but the more I think about it, today that I'm doing the readings is the day that the Mercury retrograde begins. So with that being said, Mercury retrograde, oh, it do a lot of backward stuff, a lot of old stuff come back. Oh, and oh, these reversals is coming out, y'all. The retrograde is real. Okay, so I'm going to read to y'all what the Four of Wands is regularly, and then we basically got to, whatever it means, it's the opposite for you. Okay, so off the top, the Four of Wands initially is about, you know, two people. They normally call this like the marriage ceremony card. Two people, you know, going off, being together. But one of them is not happy about the situation. Yeah, they both like, yay, yay. But if you look in the background, what one is not happy about it, in the other background, somebody looking like sad, like they ain't even happy about the situation. So could this be in the original upright position? It's, you know, two people going off to celebrate, but maybe one is saddened because he has to leave a person behind. But with it being in reversed, this could signify ain't no celebration, ain't nobody being left behind. Maybe the person is decided not to move forward with one person and decided to stay with another. Let's get some clarity. If you're new to my channel, you will know that I am all about clarity. Might as well call me the Clarity Queen. I will go very in depth with these cards. Ooh, I hope it don't take a very long time. But sometime, depending on the card I pull, depending on the energy that you guys have going on, I have to go in depth. And especially with the reversals, because I still have to let you know what the card means regularly. And then still reverse it. So I'm going to pull the Empress and the Emperor card, because the Four of Wands, it basically, the Empress, there she is, and the Emperor, let me find him. Let me see if he's in the front. But basically, these two cards, the Emperor and the Empress, there he is. So here's the Empress and here's the Emperor. There may be a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn in your environment with the Empress, or there may be an Aries in your environment with the Emperor here. So if they're not in your environment, it could be meaning you're just taking on the energy of it. So basically these two cards create this one. Okay. The Empress is about abundance. Okay, she's looking in the present, and she's a pregnant woman. So this may not mean always pregnant with a child. This could be pregnant with ideas, birthing forth something definitely for the future. She's abundant. She don't have to move. She ring that bell. People call. They're going to do what she say. Okay. The Emperor is a guarded man. He's suited up, ready to go. Yeah, he's in the present too, just like the Empress, but there's something in the past that he's looking at that he's just not trusting. It's just something like he ain't feeling it. So he's guarded. Now, when I put the card with the Four of Wands, initially it would signify that the Emperor, my apologies, that the Empress is living good. She all about sensuality, which is why she knocked up pregnant in the first place. But remember, don't get scared. It might not mean a natural baby. It could mean birth forth ideas. Something that brings life, something that could be good for the future. So if this wasn't reversed, we would put this together and say, okay, so the Empress and Emperor are coming together to get married, but the Emperor is the one looking sideways, so in red. So maybe it's the other lady looking sad, like, I'm getting married, but I gotta leave somebody behind. I'm really not happy about that. But because this was reversed, I'm going to say that you got something in you that you want to birth forth. You can make things happen. You are abundant. You can ask things. You can ask people to do things, and they're going to do it. Because your eye is you're in the present. You're focused on the present, but the things that you have inside of you, they're for the future. But there's still something about the past that bothers you, that has you guarded. And maybe there's somebody that you don't want to move forward with. You may not want to move forward with somebody in your life, or move forward with a situation. Or a desire that you're not ready to move forward with just yet. It's something you don't want to leave behind just yet. Clarify the Four of Wands for Scorpios born in October. Clarify the Four of Wands reversed for Scorpios born in October. It is clarified with the Hangman. The Hangman is about perspective. A lot of people think the Hangman is bound. A lot of people think the Hangman is crazy because he's looking at things from another point of view. He's not looking at the things the way the world is looking at it. And because he's looking at it from another point of view, He can see things that other people can't see. He noticed details that other people are not noticing. Which is probably why he, and I say he, but keep in mind these cards are gender neutral. So I say he, but it could be he or she depending on who's watching. So you, Scorpio, may see things that are stopping you from moving forward because you can see things from a whole nother view. This hangman is very enlightened. Very enlightened. Let's read about the hangman. Let's read about the hangman. I like clarity. If you're new to my channel, you know, well, you will find out that I like clarity. Okay. To get the most in-depth reading, not just for this reading, but for life, you need to get clarity. You need to get full understanding so you can see the whole picture. Okay. So that's what I do. The hangman represents Neptune. Neptune influences dreaming, sudden enlightenment, vivid imagination, and spirituality. It makes no sense that those who already have will have even more, and those who don't have anything will have even less. But you know who understands exactly what that means? The hangman. He just had to shift his entire perspective of who he is in relation to the world. Plus, he knows if he wants to have successful relationships, he needs to look at things from the other side. The side effect, though, is that people call him weird because he doesn't give a shit about the things most folks care about, and he sees every detail of what others overlook. He don't care, though. He don't care about being judged. He don't care what they think because he know he truly enlightened. So it's something you don't trust about a situation or a person or an idea, a dream, a desire. And you, because you're able to see it from a whole nother point of view, you see it, you see things that other people don't see. I'm looking at the Emperor here. I'm also looking at the Hangman, and both cards signifies the Emperor looking at something. Something he ain't trusting. He guarded. This person can see things from another point of view. So this is about seeing your own perspective, Scorpio. You're not stuck. You may appear to be stuck with whatever you're going through, but you're not stuck. Your hands may appear to be tied, like you can't do nothing. But who knows? Maybe there's a surprise behind. Maybe you're not really tied. Maybe you're not really stuck. It's all about your perspective and how you look at things. How are you looking at things, Scorpio? Clarify the Hangman for Scorpio born in October. Clarify the Hangman for Scorpios born in October. It is clarified with the Lovers in reverse. There may be a Gemini in your environment. The Lovers card in its upright phase is about balance. Masculine, feminine balance, darkness, light balance. It's about balance. It's also could be about being pulled away, being space between you and your lover or partnership. But it could be done divinely. It could also be about one person embracing life while the other person is not embracing life as much. They're more so focused on what the other person is doing. Okay, so with this being reversed, There's a couple of different scenarios here. Let me read them all together with the rest of the cards to get a better understanding. So maybe you got an idea, Scorpio. You got something you want to birth forth. You got something you want to bring to the table. But it's something about the past that you just don't trust. And it's stopping you from moving forward. You really don't want to move forward with your decision, with your desire, with that person. Maybe you want to hold on to something from the past, an idea from the past, a person from the past. But you're seeing things from a whole different perspective. You're not seeing things the way the rest of the world see it. But that's a strength. You need to use that enlightenment to get free. Because you may feel stuck, you may look stuck, but you're not. And maybe you're not embracing life the way you should be. Maybe you're not embracing the people in your life the way you should be. Maybe you're not embracing the change in your life the way you should be. Normally when I get this card up right, I would say if you're focused so much on another person, maybe you need to focus on yourself. Or if you're the person embracing life, continue. But because it's reversed, it's going to be the opposite. So I'm going to say, if you're the person embracing life, maybe it's time to focus on someone else. Clarify the Lovers in reverse for Scorpio, born in October. Clarify the Lovers for Scorpio, born in October. Clarify the Lovers in reverse for Scorpios, born in October. It is clarified with the Ten of Cups in reverse. The Ten of Cups is all about emotional fulfillment. You know, happy home, happy life. Everybody happy, family happy, you happy, everybody good. But the cups signify an emotional fulfillment. With it being in reverse, I would have to say that there's a fulfillment, emotional fulfillment that's not there. Let's get some clarity on that. This is a card that takes two cards to figure out what it means, or to go in depth with it. Let's see what the sun is. Let's find the sun. So it's actually the sun and the Lovers card, which, no, I take that back. The Tower and the Moon. Okay, sorry about that. The Tower and the Moon card. So here's the Tower. And the Moon. Here's the Moon next to the sun. Oh, cute. Okay, so Basically, the Tower card and the Moon card gives us the energy of the Ten of Cups. So I'm gonna Tower and the Moon. So the Tower is about change. It could be about changing your mind about how you wanted things to be. It could be about falling off. You feeling like you done fell off in a relationship, in a partnership. I'm looking at your cards. These cards all speak of some type of union. So some type of partnership, some type of relationship. There's not one. Only person who's single in here is the Hangman, Mr. Enlightened. The Moon illuminates things. It shows us what we cannot see. It shows us things that have been hidden. This card also signifies choices and decisions that we may need to make. Do we want to be wild and free wolf? Do we want to be like the loyal dog but curious, who ultimately wants to be free, but instead we just go do the same old thing day in, day out, routine? Or are you going to be like the crab that can adapt to water and earth, so they're grounded in their emotions and in reality? This card is about decisions and things being illuminated. So with that being said, let's get some clarity, because keep in mind, I'm going to read what this Ten of Cups means, but then yours is reversed. So I like clarity. Just call me I might need to change my name to the Clarity Queen. Ooh, I like that ring. Okay, so the Ten of Cups. Okay, so basically pulling these two energies with that card. So we have the couple from the Tower falling into the Moon, basically. If the Moon represents the emotional, water, and physical land paths between loyalty, freedom, then the Crab represents the fears they would have to face as they walk that middle road, each of them alone. For now, there are spaces in their togetherness. If we look at the actual Ten of Cups card, we see a man and a woman pointing toward a rainbow of 10 cups. Their arms are far apart because although they are joined at the hip, they give each other room. Children dance beside them. This is a lovely scene. It's ideal. This is not reality. This is the admission that neither of them knows what the road ahead will look like, but they are happy to discover it together. So again, yours is in reverse, so that means you may not be ready to discover this togetherness with whoever this person is. You got some ideas. You want to make it happen. Something you don't trust. So you don't know about moving forward. You're seeing things from a whole nother point of view right now. And maybe there need to be some space between y'all. Because something is shaking up the foundation of this relationship or this partnership. Maybe it's the divine coming in to chop it down. Some things about to be illuminated. There's some decisions you got to make. And you're not emotionally fulfilled about it. you may not be able to be together with this person like you would want to be. But I don't even know if you want to be. Because it's been some shake-up. It's been some mistrust. It's maybe somebody else in the background. It's something or someone that's causing you not to reach for this union or this partnership. Any advice for my Scorpios born in October? Any advice for my Scorpios born in October? Three of Wands. There may be a fire sign in your environment, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Or you may be taking on the energy of this card. This person is waiting, okay? In the upright, he's waiting. He's holding on to the future, looking out. Now, we don't know what he's waiting on, but he's out there just waiting. But again, this is in reverse, and we're talking about advice. So maybe you don't need to wait. Maybe you don't need to wait. Let's get some clarity for this card. The Three of Wands is going to have the energy of the Sun and the Emperor. We already got the Emperor out here. Let's pull the Sun. The Sun and the Emperor, yeah. Okay, so the Sun is about things being illuminated. It's about being open, honest, free. That's what the Sun is about. The Sun brings out that truth, and when truth comes out, you know, there's a type of relief that we get from the truth. Okay. It's also tied into the Emperor, which we already had the Emperor card out. So although the truth is coming out, there's some things being illuminated. You're living in the present. There's something about the past that you ain't trusting. So maybe you don't need to be waiting on whatever you waiting on. You leaning on that future desire, that future person. But maybe you don't need to wait. Clarify the Three of Wands. Oh, hold on. Before I do that, let me read the Three of Wands. Just to give you a little bit of clarity, because I still like to let you know what the card means upright, and then we flip it so we know the opposite. All right, so if the Sun represents clarity, action and a new spirit, then we see someone new is on the Emperor's mind. Is someone new on your mind, Scorpio? Although the Emperor is blocking the sun, we can sort of see it shining around him. What did he do? Who or what has come to see him? The Empress doesn't know. If the sun symbolizes truth, the Emperor is blocking the view. Although the Empress can't see the truth, she can see the absence of it just by looking at him. We see that though he's holding on to yet another unstable, easy falling spirit. And now there are not one but two ones in his past that ain't going nowhere. And is the world still in his hand? Funny how we must have given it in exchange for all his ones, yet none of them have it and no one sees it. Does he even still have the world in his hand? The only one who would know is the one coming toward him. Again, this is in reverse. So maybe the two people that you had that was stable, because it's reversed, maybe they ain't as stable as you thought it was. Maybe the future that you was leaning on is like, ugh. It might not be as stable as you thought. The idea, the person, the desire. Again, this card is about waiting. Yours is in reverse, so maybe, and we ask for advice, maybe you don't need to wait on that person or that idea or that desire. Maybe you don't need to wait, but let's get some clarity. Clarify the Three of Wands in reverse for Scorpio born in October. Clarify the Three of Wands in reverse. Needing some advice for Scorpios born in October. It is clarified with the Page of Cups. There may be a earth sign in your environment, Taurus, Libra, Capricorn, or there may be a water sign in your environment, Scorpio, Cancer, or Pisces. This card is about emotions. And the fish that may be in that cup that you're looking at, or are you the fish that's in the cup? That fish is not ready. It's too big. That's not where it belongs. It don't belong in that cup. It don't belong in your emotions. Maybe it's not ready for you. Maybe you're not ready for it. You see that ocean behind this? Maybe that fish need to get thrown back in the water where it belongs. It don't belong in your cup. It don't belong in your emotional atmosphere. So we're looking, I asked for advice. The advice so far is wait. Because what you thought was stable may not be stable. The things that you may be leaning on might not be as stable. Maybe you don't need to wait on that. Maybe the emotions that you're dealing with, this page, he's not even really dealing with the emotions. He's focused on the fish. But the fish might not be ready for the emotions that you may be ready to bring to the table. Maybe you're not ready for the emotions that that fish is trying to bring to the table. And if you're not ready or they're not ready, maybe you need to throw it back in the water where it belongs. But we're going to get some clarity on that Page of Cups. So the Page of Cups is someone who feels an ocean of emotion but can only show a tiny bit. So are you the one that, are you the Page? Are you the one that feels emotions but can only show a tiny bit? Or is the person you're dealing with got emotions and they can only show a tiny bit? Either way, why are you hiding your emotions? Why are they hiding their emotions? Why can't you share them? Why can't they share them? But again, this is the advice card. So maybe it's time to share your emotions. Maybe it's time they shared theirs. But this is your reading, Scorpio. It's not theirs. So you're the one that probably needs to open up about your emotions. And if they're not ready, they can't reciprocate, then maybe they're not ready for you. And you can throw them, you see that? You see this water? You can throw them right back in that ocean of emotion for somebody else to catch. And you can walk away with your cup, which the cups signify emotions. Y'all, just remind me not to do no more videos during the retrograde. Oh, these retrograde readings ain't it. But it kind of saddens me because I feel like maybe this is something you wanted to move forward with. Somebody you wanted to move forward with, whether it's a relationship or a business ship. You wanted to move forward. But you could see that something wasn't right. There was no stability. There was no stability. So you couldn't move forward. So you start seeing things from a whole nother perspective. Using your intuition, your enlightenment to see what was going on, to realize you're not stuck with this person. You're not stuck with this situation. You're not stuck with this idea. You're not stuck with this business. You could choose to focus on yourself. You could choose to focus on others. There's a balance that need to be had. But embracing this person or this situation may not be in divine order. Which is why the universe or the divine or the God or whatever you want to call it, the source, has had to step in to tear it down. Had to shake up something. And maybe y'all fell off, y'all fell apart, partnership broke up, relationship broke up, or it was just going downhill. Some things got illuminated. Some secrets came out. There were some things that were seen. There's a decision that you had to make. And if you chose to be whether you chose to be the lone wolf, the loyal dog, the crab, it don't matter, because you, either way, you're not emotionally fulfilled. Oh, Scorpio. But there's some things that's about to be illuminated because you being open, you being honest. You living in the present. And this is one of your advice cards. Be open, be honest, live in the present, keep your guard up. But don't wait. Be open about your emotions. And if the other person can't reciprocate, if they not fitting into your world, fitting into your emotional cup, then throw them back. Give them back. Release it. Release yourself. And move on. Honesty always brings a sense of peace and freedom. Whether you or them don't like how it's coming out, it's going to always leave a sense of freedom. And it may not be emotional fulfillment with that person, but you'll have it within yourself. There's some things you'll be able to see within yourself. And you'll see that it was the divine working in your favor. You'll see that that relationship wasn't for you. It didn't mean you any good. You'll see things from a whole nother perspective. Things that other people might not have seen. You saw it. And you realize that you're not tied to it. You're not bound to it. So no, you may not go off walking in the sunset. You might not be getting married to this person. You might not be moving forward with them. Because it's just something you don't trust. Something from your past. Maybe it's something in your past that you really do want. And you can get it. It may just not be with who you thought it was going to be. You might have to sit like the Empress on her throne, living good, smelling good. But hey, when she make a call, when she say do this, do that, it gets done. But she ain't empty. She ain't empty. She got life inside of her. You got life inside of you. You can manifest things. It just may not be with the person you thought it was going to be with. And actually, it may be a blessing in disguise. Again, this could be a relationship. This could be a partnership, businessship. That's what I see here. I read what I see. This ain't been the most exciting thing to read. Scorpio, y'all let me know. Is it resonating with y'all? Am I hitting home? Y'all leave it in the comments. Let me know. If you know a Scorpio, share this with them. I did Scorpios in November videos. Those are up. So y'all make sure y'all like, subscribe, share, comment. Remember, hit that notification bell so whenever I post a new video, hey, you can be notified. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for your time. Share some love. Share some light. Enjoy your life. And I will see you in the next video.